Here we are.
Yeah.
Woo! What is up?
Oh man,
Charlie Peebles, live
too
in the
excited.
house. Yeah?
Yeah, I think you just do an awesome job helping out the community find out about schools and people in the industry that offer so much education and new stuff.
It,
It's always great.
it's really just it was a complete accident, and it's a complete pleasure to be doing it. And I had the opportunity. I got to meet you in Oklahoma City at the Eric Dalton event.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You might have seen me look at you and go, "Who's that? I don't know that person."
but it was real. That was such a good time. It was great to meet you. And since then, I've realized you're up to. You briefly told me a little bit about what you're up to. So why don't you give us a little bit of a background on you, and then this amazing project that you're working on with Indiana State University?
Yes. Well, my background comes from a whole different area, really. I actually am an old IT guy. Well, I don't know how old you can be and be IT, but nevertheless, uh, I came through that area because I always like to understand how things work, that kind of thing. I don't know. When I was a kid, I always taken things apart. Of course, I never put them back together, but yeah, I love to take them apart. So anyway, make a long story short, I got involved with massage therapy because I left IBM. I was working for IBM down in Florida, and my wife's a hairdresser, and we had this big salon and spa, and I go in there as an IT guy, right? What am I going to do? So I've been involved with sports all my life, played a lot of golf, played collegiate golf and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, man, massage therapy might be the way to go because I get introduced to it through the spa and salon. And so happened that about 3-4 blocks down the road from our business was Florida College of Natural Health. And so I started going and ended up falling in love with it. And then had a chance to come back and teach IT at Indiana, or actually at Ivy Tech Community College, which is the biggest community college in the state of Indiana. And they were just starting up a massage therapy program there too, and they were looking for instructors. So I got to start adjunct uh, doing massage therapy instruction, and then full time as an IT
Oh,
professor.
cool.
So then what happened was when I didn't have a chance to really help develop that program or anything. And I felt like we were a little short on hands-on, and I always thought everybody learns so much better hands-on. I know IT guys do and gals. And so when I had the chance to reach out to a buddy at Indiana State University to see if I could bring my students over there to get some hands-on with their students, student athletes, and faculty, staff, all those, they were happy to have me, and I get introduced to one of their main, actually, he's the interim director for the athletic training program, and he says, "Yeah, bring them over. We'd love to have them." So we did that for about 3 semesters, and Ivy Tech shut the program down, and so we stopped going to Indiana State. And about 3 years later, the new department chair of applied medicine called me up and says, "Hey, could you develop a massage therapy program for us?" I
Yeah.
said, "Could I?"
Well, since you asked. That's awesome.
So I spent about 8 years, no, 7 years, being an adjunct faculty and putting the program together and developing it. And then I retired from Ivy Tech in 17, and they hired me full time to come teach. And so now it's just growing and growing, and we're looking at next year. We have what they call a 3-2 program. You can come into Indiana State, become an athletic trainer, get your bachelor's in applied medicine, and then go into our master's degree program. We also have a doctor's degree, but it's 3-2. So you those folks now, they're going to require them to take the massage therapy programs because they're such a big advantage to all of that athletic trainers. And then we are also developing a bachelor's in massage therapy, which is like, who would have thunk it, right?
That's amazing.
Here we go.
Right.
So we had the only minor in massage therapy in the country at the university level. And now we're going to have the only bachelor's degree, maybe in the world. I don't know.
I want to say, I think it's a safe bet to say it definitely in the States, probably in the world. I would guess in the world. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just been a whirlwind of excitement, things happening. But I built the program with our foundation being myoskeletal alignment techniques from Eric's, all his stuff. and of course, that fits in very well with athletic training, physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, osteopathic stuff, all that stuff. So all these techniques that the students were learning, now we're finding out if they don't go to Indiana State and they go to other universities, they're going, wow, you went to that massage therapy program at Indiana State. So
what does it, let me just pause a little bit and tell me, what does it look like to get a bachelor's in the, I mean, the program's kind of underway. Like, what does that look like? What does that entail?
So here's
like an overall.
Yeah, absolutely. The bachelor's degree program in massage therapy is going to be inside of our applied medicine degree, which is kind of a house for all people going to manual therapies. It's going to be applied medicine with a massage therapy focus. So that's how we're doing it. And with that, you're going to end up, right now, out of our program, you end up with 9 professional certifications in manual therapy because I've had the chance to join with all these companies that, do manual therapy training, like Eric. All of our students get 2 certifications from Eric, his upper body and lower body. And then we collaborated with Rock Tape, and we get 4 different certifications: their kinesio tape, their instrument-assisted soft tissue, their compression therapy, and their cupping. So they get all those certifications. And then I have developed a neuromuscular technique called reflexive performance reset, which it looks at the body neurologically engaging 3 zones. Zone 1, which is core. Zone 2 which is just from your pecs down to your knees. That's zone 2, and then zone 3. And with all those, there's wake-up drills that you can neurologically stimulate your body for better hip flexion, hip extension, and improve the rest of the body with these wake-up drills. Well, what I did was I added in, because our students also get certified in percussion therapy with the Theragun. Every one of our students gets a Theragun Pro before they finish the program. And so with our reflexive performance reset, we can take the Theragun into those reset places where we used to just come in here and rub those wake up areas, and use the percussion that really wakes it up a little bit better, and talk about engaging the core. And of course, we know if we have proximal stability, the nervous system allows for distal mobility so much better. And so that was another certification along with our percussion. So we have a couple other things that we're looking at putting in the bachelor's degree, FMS, and then we're going to do a focus class in business. So there's a few things that we'll be adding.
I'm available for that, just so you know.
There you go. I think that would be perfect.
That's really my specialty.
Well, I definitely will reach out to you.
So when is this getting underway? You said you have the bachelor's is coming up in part of this is already set up. So tell us about the part that's already set up.
So what actually, none of it's actually all starting next school year.
Just so you know, Charlie, someone says, love this guy. How about that? Just wanted to let you know that they're throwing some love at you. Okay, so go ahead. So this will all be next year.
I love them all. But yeah, so next year really is that 3-2 program with you spend 2 years working on your bachelor's, and then your third year you start your master's and work and finishing your bachelor's. So
Okay.
you can finish your master's in 5 years.
Wow.
So it's a little accelerated. And so then the bachelor's degree in applied medicine with a massage therapy focus, that we think it's going to start up in fall, but we're still working on trying to navigate, the big university things that you have to go, all the paperwork, and everybody has to check off, right?
Right. So, okay, so if this is happening in your area, do you think that this is something that you're going to duplicate from state to state, or has anyone reached out to you and said,
well,
oh my God,
everybody's
wow. I mean, it's about time. I mean, it's kind of about time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, me and Eric has been trying to move the ball forward to some other universities, and they've kind of picked up it a little bit out in Oregon. I think Oregon State's kind of moving in that direction. And then actually there's Eric got his, I think, advanced myoskeletal alignment techniques book translated into Korean, because there's a university in Korea that's doing it.
Oh, wow.
So I don't, that was the other thing is Theragun really wanted to have a program like ours in some universities out there in California out west. And they were wanting to take the model that we have and use it. But the problem is trying to find a bunch of Charlie Peebles.
I don't know. I think you could find them.
I think you can too. I know.
Help me find them. Let's find them.
I know. I've had several of our TAs that said, "Man, we'd love to do that," and I know that could happen. So it's just getting the universities on board, and I think the more our students get out and they see what's going on, it's got to say, hey, we need a program like this.
It kind of makes sense, because a lot of places, have more. It's more accessible to kind of do what we do, the massage and everything like that. And in hospitals, you can pick whether you want to be treated one way or else you want a more holistic approach. So for me, it's interesting now. I never really thought of having massage in a college, but it makes such sense. I think you're a genius. I'm wondering why this isn't happening everywhere. I think it would make it a lot easier, and also then it would totally start to do away with some of our, some of the downplay with our work and some of the stereotypes, and it would really elevate the business all across the board, because the college term would definitely give us the support of a kind of weeding out some of that stuff. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. The cool thing is that a lot of these students coming in working on their bachelor's degree in exercise science, applied medicine, nursing, psychology. I have students from all our healthcare areas coming in and take a massage. And so the word's out, it's getting out. It's just, it's slow,
You know what I just thought of too, Charlie? Is some of these people coming in for a different type of education, getting exposed to massage when they might not have gotten exposed to it. Because I know, say, like some physicians will be like, you gotta go get a massage, because they have experience with it. They get massage, they've gotten massages. And the more people that are aware of the changes and the things that we can do, the better. So even from that standpoint, the massage community being in the colleges will get more visibility across the board, not just better quality massage therapists perhaps sometimes coming out of the college. What do you think of that?
Well, I think that's perfect. The other thing that's happening now is I've had massage envy all the massage envies in the state of Indiana has created an endowment program here at Indiana State and donated money to our massage therapy program because the lack of massage therapists. And with what we have going here, I think it would be such a great thing to have in, universities all over.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I would really like your university to do something over there at Massage Envy and really train those therapists and bring them up a notch and make sure they're getting paid more too.
Well,
what am I saying? That's a whole other subject. I mean, everybody has their place, but I hope if they're moving in and seeking out the institutions and the colleges that, it will help raise the bar all across the board. Because if we're getting better therapists at Massage Envies and Hands and Stone, I think that would be a great thing.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of now, I know Massage Envy now has kinesio tape. They're doing percussion and doing a stretch technique that goes along with a lot of our Eric Dalton stuff. And when our students show up there, they're all ready to go.
Oh, yes.
And so they love, I mean, that's why they're supporting us so much. They love seeing our students come there. Of course, they don't last very long because, like you say, the challenge with the pay. But because these other places grab them up when they see that.
I know. I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down and with some plane tickets to Indiana and start recruiting for Freedom Massage here in Pennsylvania.
There you go.
We'll give them like little moving packages.
I'll tell you, that's the other thing that's happened is Massage Envy and some of these other places are getting our students. They're coming all the way over from Indy coming into my classroom, talking to my students because they heard what, and some of my students have gone there and got some clinical hours with them because I got a whole clinical hour thing set up with, my students have to get 100 clinical hours, supervised clinical hours every semester. Well, they have to do half of those under my supervision. And then I put them out with athletic trainers, with our teams, going to Massage Envy and all that.
I never thought that way. I'm going to hold on to that one too, because you have access to all these people who are training to become athletic trainers and stuff. So it's almost like this beautiful blend that's really easy because you're all under one roof. That's very interesting. I didn't think of that part too.
Yeah, it's huge because now a number of my students are on the teams, right? And they go work with their team, the swim team, the basketball team, the track team, and forget about it. Those guys become the favorite person in the team.
That's right. And again, it's just spreading awareness. It's helping people get their hands on people they wouldn't normally get their hands on. It's helping other professions who directly work with us, the smart ones do, right? Getting a clearer picture of the fact that we have a lot to offer as people and as a profession.
Well, the thing is when I showed up here starting to teach Eric stuff, our athletic trainers said, "This is massage?"
We get that a lot too.
And so there we go. It's just making that awareness. And so now it's getting out a little bit by a little bit, and I think with your help too, I think that's awesome. So
what else do you have, Charlie? What else do you have to tell us about it? What else?
Well, the huge thing was we brought Eric up here and made him an affiliate faculty member. And he came up in 2019 and all my students took a picture with him. And he came up to the classroom and taught a couple techniques of his. And it was so exciting. And his support has been, I get choked up. But without his support, it wouldn't be the same.
Well, that's one of the things I appreciate you being a little emotional because one, it's beautiful. I think real men show some emotion, but anyway, that's just me. But anyway, the strongest men. But that's the thing. I think that Eric Dalton. There's people that have this role as a leader, and then you have the role as a leader, and you can do a lot of things with that role. And I really see Eric Dalton doing a lot of great things with his popularity and notoriety, and just moving people, changing people's lives, and really elevating again the industry. So I'm happy to see that, it's touched you as much as it has, because it's a big deal. It's a big deal, and you guys are really changing things.
I don't know that I can get into how much he's actually supported Indiana State, but I can tell you it is very impressive.
I like that. It is very impressive. So again, it's those acts of kindness and the support that we give one another, and two, seeing someone doing something and seeing their strengths, and sometimes other lesser strengths, and then helping them go for it, helping them succeed, I think is a beautiful gift, Charlie. And it sounds like you've been working on this project for a long time, and there's a lot of excitement. So this is all going to start in 2022, is that right?
2022, absolutely.
Oh my God, what are you going to do to celebrate?
Oh,
we should have a party. We should all come for a party.
Yeah, we wanted to get together, all these guys, like James, because James talked to me about our school, and I like to see Till, and I like to, get all these folks over and have a big event here at Indiana State.
Let's do it.
Yourself.
I'll help.
Get you there.
I'll help. I'll MC it. We'll do it. I think we should do it. I think that would be so much fun. Yeah, I think it's something to celebrate. I mean, this is kind of, Charlie, I hope you're aware of what you're doing. You're making history here. You're creating history. You're going to probably, Charlie, you're going to go down in history with Mr. Dalton on this, because this is the first time this has ever happened in our industry. And I'm sure after this, it's not going to be the last. So forever, I'm going to say probably not the first thank you, but I am going to say thank you so much, Charlie, for all your hard work, your vision, your dream, your drive, and asking for help, Charlie, because that's another thing. You asked for help, and the help came, and you are going down in history with Indiana State as the first university to have a bachelor's in massage.
Well, and you're right. If I wouldn't have reached out and got all these people involved with this, it wouldn't be what it is. And so I was lucky enough to know that I didn't have to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, and also bring in the right players. That really made all the right, because I guarantee you, Rock Tape has been such a big support, and those modalities were excellent. And then Theragun, actually, Dr. Jason comes to our university. He's been here several times, and had got a chance to get some pictures with him and talk with him. And I tell you, the Theragun really helps us. It helps longevity. I think neurostem. There's a lot of things. I mean,
That's what we use at my office. I like the Theragun.
Yeah. So I think bringing all these people together for massage is just awesome.
This is so exciting. I'm so excited for you, Charlie. This is such a big deal. And Mr. Dalton, if you get a wind of this and watch this, thank you. This is just so cool. And I know I would highly doubt that James and Till and all the guys won't show up to rally around this moment in history that you've helped create. So again, I just want to say thank you. We'll put up some information. We'll spread the word, and we'll have you back again. I would like to have you back again once it starts, because I want to hear about kind of like how it's going, what the sign-up's like, and I'm sure probably it'll continue to grow and change. So
yeah, because we're working on doing some research here too, some massage research. Mm-hmm. So we actually get our PT students in. I've got Eric give me a few topics. I got put in a few topics, and if some of my students that actually get into those programs possibly pick them up, we'll do some great research too.
So cool. This is so cool. Like I knew it was cool before I spoke to you. You know, like I was like, wow, and you told me about Oklahoma City. But now when you see all the different ways it can affect the community in a
Sure.
positive way, it's just it's absolutely amazing. So Charlie, again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your perseverance. Thank you for your persistence. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for stepping outside of your comfort zone. And thank you for doing all that gosh darn paperwork, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Thank you. And thank you.
So hang tight, Charlie. We're going to end now. Thank you for joining in. Please say hello. Let Charlie know how excited you are about this. This is awesome. Bye, everybody.